Gets to the corner and buries it. And the Magic lead by 5. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
And that's where the struggles have been, in the half court, Kevin. They just have not been able to execute.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open for it. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Jacks up a 3. And Johnson missing again.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's Curry outside. Beal pulls it in.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it back.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Anthony can't hit.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
They need this one. No good on that last second attempt there. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Magic, leading by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a good first half, Bradley, for the team and you specifically. You've got a football player like Bill that just seems made for playing aggressively. And we know you come from a family that loves football. Do you bring that approach out onto the basketball?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando, the biggest lead for them. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K.
Second half just about to get going here.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. 31 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Steph Curry's out there with Hudson. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's Havlicek in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them trying to will this team to victory.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
It's Curry outside, and the Bulls get it back. Here's Hudson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Hudson's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Thomas inside, guarded by Curry. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Poked loose. Here's Stoudemire. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
You know, they really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road, maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town. All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Chicago calls timeout.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Bulls trail by 5. Curry outside, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 40 points.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
And, you know, for the Magic, they still only had 12 road wins last year. Given the youth of this team, that's definitely something that can be built on.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Beal, the pass to Thomas. From 12 feet out. That one a little long.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
Yeah, I'd echo that. I mean, we're witnessing something special here today, Greg.
Stoudemire kicks to Beal. Fades and shoots. That one goes. Count it. Morning's got 6 in the quarter.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Knocked away. Stolen by Thomas. Here's Anthony. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Curry with the 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 43 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Isaiah Thomas. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
The Magic making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Bulls trail by 5. Curry outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anthony with the bucket.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Curry outside. Great D that time from Thomas. Orlando leading by 7. Outside Anthony. Johnson draws the double. Curry with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And he gets it to go. Havlicek's got 18 points.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Thomas against Curry. It's stolen by Curry. Here we go, one-on-one. Got it. Good job in the low post. Curry's got 47 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Thomas against Curry. Outside Thomas. It's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And stolen by Mourning. Thomas dishes to Anthony. It's blocked. And he recovers it. Goes back up. Here's Stoudemire. Rebounded by Hudson. Hudson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Havlicek. No good. That would have tied it. Orlando leading by 3. Outside Thomas. The 3 from Anthony. That's good. Anthony's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Curry sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Johnson kicks to Anthony. Right side Thomas. Takes it from 10. Chicago grabs the miss. Curry's got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep 3-point range, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Thomas kicks to Mourning, 11 feet away. Here's Stoudemire, and it's blocked. Outside Curry. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Orlando leading. Now Thomas, 16 points for him. The drive by Anthony, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. They get the rebound, and that one's good from Havlicek. Havlicek's got 20 points.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And, guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Shot clock at 2, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Magic ball.
With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Bulls 3rd.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. They set the screen. Boozer kicks to Frazier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And Hibbert with the block. Frazier against Curry. To tie. And that one comes up a bit short.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now. Well, let's take a look at where Orlando... ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 12th in steals, 12th in points off turnovers. And they were in the top half of the league in field goal percentage as a team. And part of that was due to the fact that they were a little inconsistent offensively.
He hits the second from the line.
And once again, last season, the Magic were near the bottom of the East. Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
Screen by Boozer. Rondo kicks to Boozer. It's deflected. On its way from Curry for two, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And the Magic have been a bit of a doormat for the East the last few seasons, it seems, Clark.
Well, we'll put some numbers on that for your partner.
Yep.
They've finished in the bottom three each of the last 3 seasons. The plan is to collect talent. And they've done that, but it hasn't gelled or matured to the point of being consistent yet.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Some solid defense there from Irving. Chicago leading. From deep three-point range. Look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini. Here's Rondo. He dishes it to Boozer. Shoots from the baseline. And down it goes! And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's Chicago as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Magic shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Antetokounmpo. Frazier is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's O'Neal in at the 5. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Rondo passes to O'Neal, and he slams it one-handed.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Curry against Rondo. Puts it up from 15. O'Neal with the rebound. The Magic trail by 3. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And the layup falls.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Curry outside, and that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 4.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Boozer. Anthony comes in for Antetokounmpo, and Bradley Beal subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's the break. Here's Curry. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
That is good.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Chicago has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Beal kicks to Anthony. Curry with the steal. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Frazier with it. And it's Beal in the corner. Outside Anthony. That's tipped. Feeds to Curry. All alone. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 65 points for Steph Curry.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Here's Frazier. Beal, that's for 2. Gets an open look and hits.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
The Bulls leading by 4. Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Stoudemire's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Anthony kicks to Frazier. Pass to Beal. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Chamberlain's checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Grant.
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. Fast break. Here we go. Taken away by Anthony. From 10 feet out. Tries again. And Mourning with the real nice bucket inside. Mourning's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
And 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Frazier dishes to Mourning. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And Nance kicks to Curry. The 3. Pass to Hudson. Now the feed to Nance. Tries yet again. Here's Chamberlain, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. The Magic trail by 3. Here's Frazier. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Nance, no good. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score it. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Here we go, one-on-one. But they recover it. Here's Curry with the three. Chamberlain, the pass to Havlicek. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Frazier, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Isaiah Thomas checked in for Orlando. Mourning with the screen. Down low. Here's Beal. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. From 12 feet out. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Stoudemire. That's good. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10. Points and 10 rebounds.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Here's Curry, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. Starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
The first one falls.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
And, guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
It's tipped. Here's Havlicek. Bangs home the trifecta. Havlicek's got 23.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice. No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Chicago calls timeout. Chicago leading by 5. Outside Curry. To the inside. Here's Chamberlain, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
It's Beal on the wing. From the baseline. Back to Anthony. Mourning with the screen. Off the pick. It's Anthony with the drive. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Some good numbers for Anthony. 8 rebounds, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling. Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Passes to Thomas. Out to Anthony. Three-pointer. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And that's now 24 points for ABC. Chicago leading. Outside Curry. From deep. The shot is off. And Orlando the other way now. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Anthony again missing. The Bulls shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby. 38%. Nance. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. That drops. And the Bulls lead by 4.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 4. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. Anthony drives in. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Goes up again. Lots of room. The rebound by Nance.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
The long-distance three is good. And now a 7-point Bulls lead.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 7. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now off the inbound. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Here's Hudson. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
And that one goes long. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, unless something dramatic and drastic occurs.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
The three from Anthony. Nance with some nice D.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment. And we know that that's going to put us in good position to win every single night. Is if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play. If God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry. And I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on the defensive end.
Congratulations, Steph. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.